Another area that Buchanan talks about is familial patriarchy. So there you see Captain Phil Harris and his two sons. One of the sons didn't work out so well, ended up having a drug problem. But there's a lot of sort of parental influence on these crews, whether it's literal family or just a general parental spirit. The captains are often seen as father figures. They're protectors of their crew, who they describe as their family. They're also protectors of their families back home that they're earning this money for. Certainly breadwinners. In the course of the show, they show how much money these captains have made in the course of their lives. Many of them have lost a lot of that money, but they're definitely framed as providing for their families through making a significant amount of money. Family is stressed as important. Sometimes their actual family members are on the boat with them. In the case of the only consistent female crew member, the captain of the Northwestern's daughter has been on the boat, mostly in the wheelhouse. That's where the captain sits, so helping drive the boat and pull up the pots. Not as much time on deck, which is the more physically taxing piece, but she's training to be a captain and has spent some time on deck. I've mentioned before, their personal lives are shown. There's often footage of them back home. Many of these folks live in Seattle, but they live somewhere on the West Coast, most of them. They're shown with their families. Many of them have broken marriages. Some of the marriages have fallen apart while on the show. These men are away for very long periods of time, and their personal lives are not entirely successful. They also have a lot of health problems that also are featured on the show. But Buchanan talks about their paternal attitude towards the crew, and I think that is very apparent throughout the show. To see them act as father figures to both their literal and figurative families.